Welcome back to part 2 of the belt tightener frame. We last time managed to get as far as getting this lips put in between these two cylinders using a sweep with guide curves. If you remember, we took this elliptical shape. We were clever how we built the datum plane so that this part will ride and we can modify the size of the diameters, the height, and it will remain and keep this nice sharp tangency the whole time. So this part is parametric and it can be edited very, very quickly, very easily. From our drawings, we also saw that I made the decision to move 35 millimeters off of the right datum plane, and you're going to see in just a moment why we did that. And it's because I want to be able to mirror what we just built across the datum plane that already exists and keep the right datum plane as a plane of symmetry. Remember, our front plane passes through the middle of the part, and our top plane passes through what's going to be the bottom hole when we get there. Now, I'm going to add the fillets first because I can put those in and then I can mirror all those features at once, and that just leaves me to build this I-beam shape and get it across. So first I need some 3 millimeter fillets. So I'll go to my fillet command. I'm going to use Fillet Expert. I'm a big fan of it. And I can probably pick all of these at once and get away with it, all 4 of them. Here on the ends, like that. And I'll apply those. Perfect. Use my F key to zoom back out, possibly. And Control 7 to get back to my isometric view. Now what I want to do is mirror. I'm going to hit mirror. I'm going to mirror about the right plane. And I can do features, I can do bodies. There's a lot of different options here. The body to mirror is actually a nice one because it's there. And I can just turn off the merge solids. See, that's why it failed. It said, well, you didn't pick that. Turn off the merge solids because it's not going to merge because right now they're separate. And you mirror. And that works out really well. So now notice I have 2 solid bodies, left and right version of my arms. And now I need to build that I-beam shape, that I shape in between. And let's look at a couple of the features of this. We can see that, let's maybe zoom in a little bit so we can see. We can see that it's 4 millimeters thick. It's 20, the bottom line is 26 off the origin, which we made the center of the holes. There we go. And okay, so let's see if we can't build this. There's a lot of ways to do that. I'm going to use the symmetry command. I'm a huge fan of it, but there are other approaches here. But let's sketch, and let's start by drawing a center line, maybe from the origin up and to that origin. That looks good. And then I'll just draw a line like this. I'll come across, I'll come back and touch, do my tangents like that, and come back kind of like that. I'll start here and we'll add to this. I tend to like to go in pieces just to get things working. So we said that that's 26. We said the thickness is 4. And you'll notice it's pretty small now. And I'm going to grab this point of the arc and drag it back. And then to fix it, I'm going to pick this silhouetted line of the ellipse, Control select the arc, and I really don't want the point. And if that happens, just pick somewhere else on the arc. That happens fairly regularly. Same thing here. See, I got that. There we go. arc on the edge. And get it till you get it right. And don't worry about making mistakes. You can always back out and fix it. Hit tangent, and there it is. And then I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm going to do it again. Come up, come over, draw my arc. And come over and touch the center line like that. Now, you can do a couple things to help you with this. We said that this piece is 30 millimeters tall. So let's go ahead and put that dimension in. 30. 4. There we go. And this is going to be 4 to the center line, so I'm going to notice you get the 2, the 4 by making it a diameter dimension. Like that. And again, I need my edge, my arc, tangent. And the only thing I have wrong is I have this extra bit of line. I'll go to my trim entities. I'm trying to show you all these things. Click and drag like that. And there's half of it. And the other half I'm going to grab with the mirror. I'm going to do my multiple select, coming from right to left. That picks everything that crosses the box. I'll hit mirror, and I'll say mirror about this line. And there we are. There's our shape. Now, question. There's the 3 millimeter fillets here in the corners. Do you put them in now, or do you put them in with a feature? It's really up to you. I'm going to put them in with feature. Why? I like to leave my sketches simple. Yes, it's not that much of a complication, but this is a nice simple sketch. We made it real quickly. This is easy to modify. You know, I could go one farther and make a shared global variable to set all these 4s, so I can move it all at once. There's a couple options here that you can do to, simplify this part a little bit. If you haven't seen that before, it's worth showing. I'll right-click. I'll say link values, and I'll say I-beam thick. And that's what I'll call it. So that's now called I-beam thick. Then I'll pick this one, and I'll double-click it, and I'll set it equal to global variables I-beam thick. So now it's a shared equation. Same with this one. You can type it too. That works. Isn't that nice? And now that way, if I change one of these, see, they all move. One-stop shopping. I missed one. No, I didn't. I got it. So we're good. Okay. Now, I can just simply extrude that. Features, extrude base. And in that direction, how about the option up to next? That looks good. And then direction 2, up to next. And done. And notice now, I've created part. It's back to one solid body. Still have to put my fillets in. I've got work to do, but not a lot. And I'll do my 3 millimeter fillets here, and I'll pick these edges. I can try picking moldable edges like this using my pop-up menu, and that actually is right, so I'm going to do that. And there's those 3 millimeter fillets, and you can see that looks great. And notice, nice and tangent. Look how nice and sharp that point is. that's telling you that you got the tangent there, or it's a visual sign of it. And we look, there's some additional fillets, it looks like, on this part. Although we've captured most of them, there's those 3mm fillets, top and bottom here, and I can go for those right like this. And I'll just get them all at once here. And notice you need to be patient with yourself. You'll get there. There we go. How's that look? Yeah, it looks good. Let's apply those. Perfect. And you've now captured the bulk of the geometry here. The rest of it's going to be knocking in those holes. We'll do that with the hole wizard. I'll do that in the next video, and then we'll start the drawing on this as well, and that should finish this up. But at this point, we've captured most of the geometry.